All right, here we go. Hang on, one sec. Let me change my music over. Hang on. Wait, that's the wrong button. There we go. Wahoo! I've got the hat on. Hang on, let me sort that out first. Okay. And then I will just move my OBS over. One moment. There we go. Hello, everyone. Who's here? Courage is here. Cod's here. Hello, hello. Nep got first, so congrats on that. Hello. Gerardo, hello. What is the book of all time? About to find out. Hi, Olivia. Hello. Yes. So, for those who do not know, this is Moog's book talk. I know we do book talk every now and then. This is the second one, and we just have a little chat. There's not really much of a structure yet because it's still, you know, I'm workshopping it. But we're going to figure it out together. It's the second one. Normally, I would start this off by doing a little segment of like, oh, what have I been reading? The answer is nothing. Because I've been so busy with other stuff. And then by the time I'm done with stuff for the day, I'm just like really tired, you know? It's hard to dedicate that time that I used to dedicate to reading. Like, I used to read on my Kindle a bit before bed, but then I get into bed recently and I'm like, oh, I can't be bothered. I just want to sleep, you know? And then I just end up on my phone anyway. So, you know, I've ended up building those habits again that I don't necessarily want to have. I'm just gonna, after V-Expo, I'm just gonna reset myself, okay? It's fine. It's fine. Also, the last book that I finished was Powerless by Lauren Roberts, and I cannot lie, it was kind of mid. So now, I don't know, maybe I'm in a reading slump as well. I don't know. I don't know what to do. We'll figure it out. I'm gonna be chatting a lot about these, you know, what I've got planned for today. So feel free to lurk or feel free to chat with me. As usual, I might be a bit slow responding to chat messages if I'm on a tangent because, you know, I want to do like a podcasty style thing for this and I don't want to get on a million different tangents and get distracted. So just keeping that in mind. Yeah, everyone's busy for different reasons right now, you know? Yeah, you should. Is it like stereotypical holiday reads? Or is it something different? I don't know. Let me know. I'm intrigued. So for a brief kind of, oh, hang on, my OBS is in the wrong place. Let me fix that. So for a brief thing that we're going to do, here's what we're going to do today. As discussed in the title, we will be talking about the books of all time. So this was going around on TikTok a while ago. I think maybe it was last week. The New York Times published an article that is the 100 best books of the 21st century. And everyone was kind of talking about how it's like super old fashioned and like completely ignores genre fiction pretty much. And just there was mixed reception on it, I think. We're going to figure out, because there's a little thing here that you can, here we go. Yeah, there's like little tick boxes for whether or not you've read it or if you want to read it. And I'm not going to lie to you, these all seem very like highbrow, you know, literary fiction. I probably have not read them and probably am not interested in any of them. But we're going to go through it and see. I scrolled through like the first little bit of it and I was like, oh my God, there aren't many books here that I can like riff off of and talk about in detail. So I feel like it's going to be a really boring episode. So to combat that, we're going to go through this quicker than I intended, and we're going to do a contrast here, and we're going to go on the top 100 highest rated books on Goodreads. Obviously, this is of all time, whereas this is just 21st century, so it's not a like-for-like comparison, but I'm more likely to have read things on this one. So we're gonna delve into it. There's also some other lists here, so maybe we'll have a look at those as well. In fact, there's one here that says 1 per series. I think we go with that one. Or is that the same? What? Oh, I think it's the same. That's fine. So you know the Bible. Yeah. You know what? I actually want to read Crimson Moth. That might be the next one I read. I've heard really good things about that one. And the Emily Wilde ones as well, but I don't have those. Might check if my library has them, because I recently started getting ebooks from the library. Might check if they have it. We'll see. We'll see, because I'm not sure enough that I'd like it to buy it. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, we're going to go through all these really boring old people books and see if I've actually read any of them, okay? Let's have a look. Let's discuss the books of all time. To be honest, I think it will be a miracle if I've heard of any. Actually, there's a few here that I know. We'll see. Anyway, let's go down. Look at this nice photo, by the way. It's quite nice. Anyway, let's have a look. I've never heard of this. We're off to a good start. Let's carry on. I'm not going to go through each individual because, listen, I've got this Goodreads one to look at. I've probably got more to say about that. I've heard of Ali Smith. I have not heard of this. These are all going to be... See, do you see what I mean? When I scrolled through this and when actually this list is nowhere near as interesting as people on TikTok were making it out to be. It's really kind of boring. Again, I know this author. Don't know this one. I know a lot of the names of these authors from, you know, Aqua Rocks. From when I used to work there. Wink. But I don't know. Yeah, know nothing about this. It's a memoir. Oh, so there's like fiction and non-fiction. Okay. Nope. Oh, I've heard of this one. I've heard of this. I have no interest. I feel like it's just old people and like people that see reading as like a pretentious thing or like are pretentious about it. Like Zadie Smith. Oh, I've heard of this author. Emily St. John Mandel. That's like sci-fi, right? So they actually do have some genre fiction on here. Oh. No, nothing about it though. And I have no interest in it. Oh my god, these look... I'm so glad I didn't actually dedicate the whole episode to this like I thought I was going to, because these... I can't even make jokes about these. They're just boring. Oh my god. This is why we can have like a much deeper discussion about like what is considered, you know, how can you even measure what the best book of all time is? I'm going to scroll down from that in case TOS. How do you even begin to measure something like that? You know, it's difficult. Nope. No, it'll be a miracle if there's any on here that I've read. I don't think I will have done. That looks... look at this, right? This looks like, if you imagine the average reader of whatever this is, I feel like demographics-wise, it would be the complete opposite to me. I'm not vibing. I'm not vibing with this list. No. Oh, I've heard of this one. I've had some people talk about this one because this is about like trans stuff, right? Yeah. It's about like trans characters. It's, I mean, I don't read literary fiction. So like, not for me, but at least I know that one a little bit. This looks like historical. Yeah, okay. Moog's not a normie. This is not normie books. This is pretentious, like, coffee shop book reading books. If this was like normie books, it would all be like Colleen Hoover. Which would be disgusting. Oh god, I can't even make jokes about these. They're just boring. Oh my god. Biography of cancer? What the oh god. There's not even anything on this cover. Please, just give me one I know. This is going to be the most boring episode ever. I swear that author was already on this list. Oh no. Yeah, Lydia Davis. She was on here as well. They're just repeating. This is actually going to be the worst episode of Book Talk of all time. Help. Ask me questions about books so I can chat, please. Oh my god. Have I heard of that? I don't think I have. I think I'm thinking of Marriage Story. You know that film with like Adam Driver in it? Oh, I've heard of this. I read like 2 chapters and I dropped it because I was bored. And then it turned out that the author's a Zionist anyway. So I was like, oop, dodged a bullet. There might be TOS on Twitch. Okay. Do you know what number on this list it is? So I can like scroll past it really fast. Okay, can you be more specific? Oh, good. Okay. We're going to be stepping on landmines. I see how it is. Okay. Yeah, this... Everyone was raving about this. And I read a couple of chapters and I just didn't really care. At least I've read part of one, though. Okay, oh, God. I'm scared. No, this is probably fine. Okay. 65? It wasn't even in the 70s. Okay. I'm assuming, I think I gather what it might be. I'll go like really quick, or I'll scroll to like the description so at least we know what it is, you know? I don't want to get TOS, okay? I like the colors on this one at least. Yeah. I thought it'd be that. I've heard of this author. Look, this looks so bland. I can't. This looks like some kind of political thing, maybe. I don't know. This is actually going to be the worst episode ever. Oh, that's a pretty cool cover. I'll give them that. It's translated fiction. Oh, I don't know. Oh my god, this is worse than I thought. I thought if I scrolled down a bit, it would at least be interesting. Oh, that looks pretty interesting, to be fair. Okay. Oh, 69. Hey! Anyway. That's colourful. I like that. I'm just looking at the covers now until I find one that I've actually heard of. Nope. Oh, right. I'm scared. Okay. Oh yeah. Got it. I see. So this is about like World War II shit. Okay, we don't really care anyway. Oh, that's nice and colourful. I like that. This is genuinely going to be the worst episode of Book Talk of all time. Down the line, when this is like a famous podcast, we're going to be talking and making memes about the books of all time episode. It's so shit. This is what happens when you're really busy and you try and plan a podcast. It's fine. That looks like something you'd see in every charity shop. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I've heard of this one. It's one of those, again, like literary fiction. Did it win the Booker Prize? Was it nominated for the Booker Prize? I feel like it won some kind of fancy book award. I really can't remember. It was in Oprah's book club. Whoa. Big accolades. Do I even go through the whole thing? That's a pretty cool cover. There's like nothing here to talk about. This is awful. Do we just go to like the top 10? You know what? Oh, I've heard of this one. They did this as like a TV show, I think. I'm going to scroll really quick. Because I know this one. I've heard of that one. I will not... Oh, I know that. Because I know she wrote like The Secret History or whatever. Oh, wait. Isn't this fantasy? Yeah. There is another author with a similar name to this that I always get this author mixed up with, and the books by the other author are kind of mid, but I've heard this is good. Yeah, it's like proper like high fantasy. This is probably the only fantasy book on here, the only thing I would have had a chance of having read, and I haven't read this one, but I've heard of it. I don't know if I'd read it. I don't know. Sometimes high fantasy is just too dense for me sometimes, you know? Like whenever people bought like the Wheel of Time books at my old job, I was like, is it really that serious? Why would you get into a whole series of like 10 plus books that are all really thick? Why would you do that? And also buy physical copies. The amount of shelf space those must take up. Mental. Anyway, these are not the books of all time. Oh, I've heard of that. Yeah, Booker Prize. Whoa. Oh, I've seen that before. That's like a nature thing. Oh my god. Goon Squad. There's a joke that could be made there and I'm not going to do it. Oh, mate. I thought this was going to be funny. That's a pretty cool cover. What am I doing in my life? I've heard of that. No. Whoa, that's kind of trippy. Anyway, we're gonna go into the Goodreads ones because I feel like those will be a lot more interesting. More in the set, like, because I'm not shitting on people that like these books or write these books. I just don't know anything, and it's just a completely different world. Look at all of these. Oh, I've heard of that. I feel like that's getting a movie or something. Oh, these are all just very... I have nothing to say. I thought I would have something to say, but I don't. I thought I'd know some of the ones here, but... Oh, Wolf Hall I've heard of. Oh. That was really anticlimactic. I think we best move on. That was the warm-up. Jesus, man. Oh, this is going to be the worst episode of all time. I was like, oh yeah, it'd be great if I could get a book talk episode out before the expo. And I have, but at what cost? Anyway, let's just breeze through that and pretend it didn't happen. We're going to talk about the Goodreads one here. Because even from the first two, I have things to say. So, here we go. So, firstly, we have Brandon Sanderson here. This is... Oh, which one is this? This man has like a million series. So, is that Way of Kings? Yeah, it is. Yeah. I've never read any Brandon Sanderson books. I want to try them out just because of like so many people rave about them. So I want to try. I know, yeah, the second one is the highest rated one, which sometimes, which I feel like does not happen a lot. I don't know, do books get like sequel syndrome like films do? Where like the second one's not as good typically? I don't know. I really don't. But yeah, I've never read any Brandon Sanderson. There's so many big kind of fantasy sci-fi authors that I've never read from. And I feel like this would take a while to do because obviously I'd have to read like several books. But I want to do episodes where it's like, I tried to read Brandon Sanderson. I tried to read Terry Pratchett. I tried to read Tolkien, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, try and do that. And, you know, try some different things for the first time. Because also those are probably all authors that you guys have read from, so you know, be interesting to see what we all think. Yeah, I mean, I saw this like New York Times one. I saw that they did like a second one, which was like basically they heard everyone shitting on it and did like we've done one based on like reader voting, and the Hunger Games was on there. Like I thought absolutely the Hunger Games should be on a list like that because I feel like it's such an iconic book. And also just has so much to say. Oh god, don't get me started, Olivia. I think we're gonna have controversies. But yeah, I want to read some Brandon Sanderson. I don't know which series to start with, because there's so many. But someday, Harry Potter. You know, I don't like Harry Potter. I'm sorry. I'm just not into it. The moment passed. I never got into it as a kid. And then, you know, recent things. And then it kind of was too late. And it's not really that good anyway. Like, people that give Harry Potter such a high rating, have you considered reading other books? You know? Listen. I know that Harry Potter makes a lot of people happy and it means a lot to a lot of people. And I respect that, and I appreciate that. But like, you know, given the circumstances, I think it makes sense for me to spit on it. I did do it as a joke. It was a wee joke, all right? they're not that good. They're really not that good. Like, I'm not saying they're bad, right? But do they deserve to be on such a high pedestal? I don't know. This is another second book. Leigh Bardugo, another author I've never read from. To be honest, her stuff doesn't really interest me. I don't know why. I've looked at it. I've thought about reading some of the Leigh Bardugo ones. What's it called? Like the Grishaverse? Olivia, don't. I think in 2 books' time, our friendship's gonna end. And I need you to be prepared for that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Leigh Bardugo's stuff really is my kind of thing. I'm not sure. It's never something I've looked at and gone, oh, I really want to check that one out. But a lot of people do like her stuff, so I don't know, maybe someday. Fourth Wing, huh? This is the first one on here that I've read. Wow, the thing is about Fourth Wing, like, I enjoy it in the same way I enjoy a McDonald's, you know? I'm not going to go to McDonald's and expect a gourmet meal. Like, I enjoy it very casually. There are a lot of things about Fourth Wing that I do not like, and I think the way it's written and the characterization, a little bit shit. But I had fun with it. And I started listening to the audiobook for Iron Flame, and then I kind of forgot. Because I listened to it as an audiobook, this one. So I was like, oh, I'll do the same for Iron Flame. But maybe I read it like as words. I was going to say read it physically, but I might read it on my Kindle. Maybe I'll get on with it better if I do that. Although I've generally heard that Iron Flame isn't as good. And it's also really long, so I'm scared. Yeah, Xaden's pretty cool. I don't know. The characters as like concepts are fine, apart from Violet. I don't like Violet at all. It's just the way they're written is very odd. Like, I think my main issue with Fourth Wing is that it should have been YA. Because like, all of the characters act like teenagers. It is so hard to believe that they're adults, you know? And like, whenever they talk about like adult stuff in Fourth Wing, it always sounds like people that have just learned about those things. And that's I like the story. I like the concept of the world. I like the concept. I like the vibes. I had fun with it. I think I gave it like 3 stars. So basically, my opinion on Fourth Wing is it's all right. Does it deserve to be the 4th highest rated book of all time on Goodreads? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I am sorry. That is not the case in the slightest. Yeah, but like, I don't get it because there's like 1 smut scene. Or like 2, and they're right near the end. A lot of authors, because spicy books are really popular, I feel like some of them make it spicy for the sake of making it spicy. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't care about the romance and the spicy stuff. I want to know more about the dragons. Do you know what I mean? I think maybe I should stop trying to get into romantasy. I think maybe it's just not going to work. It's not you, it's me. Yeah, I mean, I don't really care about smut scenes. Like, I think I skipped the smut scenes because smut scenes in audiobooks are very uncomfortable. So even as a physical book, I'd probably skip them anyway, just because it's like not for me. So they're all kind of much of a muchness to me. But you know, some people enjoy them, and that's valid. We're not gonna shit on anyone for that. But yeah, especially with fantasy, because there's so much like romantasy recently, and I'm like, I don't care about how horny these characters are. I want to know about the dragons. I want to know about the politics. I want to know about the drama. You know? So maybe it's not for me. I keep trying it because I'm like, you know, I want to give every genre a fair chance. I want to understand what the hype is about, but maybe I just won't understand. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, I'm about to end my friendship. Sarah J. Maas. I don't like Sarah J. Maas. I don't like her. I mean, listen. She is kind of a shitty person. And you can separate that to a degree. You can enjoy the books, right? It's not like J.K. Rowling where she's like actively funding anti-trans laws. It's a bit different from that. She's just a bit of a shithead. It's just... It's not something I'm going to get into a lot of detail, because we are going to talk about the fact that I haven't read this series, to be fair. And again, the second one, very interesting. I did read some of Throne of Glass, and I DNF'd it because I couldn't stand the main character. Oh, long story short, so supposedly, I don't know, this is just what I've read, this one, but supposedly she's a Zionist. And also what I did see is that she used Breonna Taylor's death to promote her book, which was kind of fucked up. Like, no matter what you think about the world, that is fucked up. Like, huh? It's also, her books are just, I don't know. I mean, I haven't read a lot of her series, so I will give benefit of the doubt to a slight degree, but I've heard that her books aren't very diverse. Not that books always have to be diverse, but like, you have all these books and all these characters and there's like no diversity. Side-eye. I don't know. But yeah, in terms of, yeah, this was a few years ago, I believe. You can probably like Google it. In terms of my experience reading her books, this is what we focus on because this is what we talk about now. I read Throne of Glass. I read like the first 2 chapters, I think, and I was like, this main character is so annoying. I had to drop it. Because like, she was such a pick-me. I can't. And that's I think, and we bring it back. We don't talk about, you know, the controversies as much because I don't want to start anything, but we bring it back to romantasy. And I think a big problem that I have with romantasy, and again, I'm going to move on from this soon because I don't want to be too negative, but I think the key thing into whether or not I like a romantasy book is the main female character likable? Because all of the ones that I haven't enjoyed, I've just had the most annoying female characters. And it's like, ugh. See, here's the thing, right? And like, totally valid. I understand there's a lot of series I like that kind of start off a bit shit. I understand. But it's like One Piece when they're like, oh, you just need to get through the first like 200 episodes and then it gets really good. Throne of Glass is a long series and some of the books are fairly big. I'm not getting through like at least one book's worth of bad content to get to stuff that might be good. I'm just not doing it. I don't know. To be fair, with the One Piece analogy, I know nothing about One Piece. That was just an example. You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? I don't know. Like, this is exactly it, Beans. I am not seeing through hundreds of episodes of One Piece. I'm not doing it. The ship has sailed, if you pardon the pun. It's just not gonna happen. See, we're talking about this list way more, and we've only done 5 books. Right, we're gonna go into more. I mean, a lot of it is just each to their own, I feel. At the end of the day, reading is reading, or reading is good. You know, I won't properly seriously judge. I will give a slight side eye. Or maybe a little bit of an eye twitch at most. Nothing more than that, I promise. It's all in good fun. I promise. Abby, hello, book talk. Yes. We are going through the highest rated books on Goodreads. The books of all time. Oh, Lord of the Rings. I have no interest in Lord of the Rings. I know there is going to be a specific group of people. I don't know if any of them are here. That will hear that I have no interest in reading any Tolkien, and they'll be like, "What? How dare you? How dare you call yourself a fantasy reader?" I just don't care. Oh, so yeah, so you think that this one's the best one out of the one she's written. See, that's good to know. That is, like, in terms of, because she has a lot of books, to know that, like, I guess maybe this is regarded as the best one. That is interesting. Yeah. Is, you know, good fact. Oh, Fred a glass. Oh dear, let's not look at that yet. Lord of the Rings. I just don't care for it. I'm over it, you know? With all of the books that exist now, with the big range of, like, casts of characters and authors and stuff, why would I read a series about a bunch of blokes walking around? Listen, I know some people love Tolkien, and I'm so glad that I have a small audience. If I had like hundreds of people watching me right now, I would not have been brave enough to say that. Can you imagine? Reddit would go crazy. Oh my god. It would be awful. I'm not doing it. I'm not risking it. No. I would have been crucified. I just don't care for it. Again, I mean, I'm open to doing like a thing where I'm like, oh, I tried Tolkien books, but like, I just don't care. I just don't care. In terms of like the classic authors, or like big well-known fantasy sci-fi authors, there are ones I'm more interested in trying than Tolkien, you know? I don't know. It's just not for me, you know? It's whatever. Yeah, it's like all the books out there, and just because someone hasn't read one author, it's dumb. So true. Whoa! Heroes of Olympus. This is wild. I've been talking about this, and I think I might do like a full-on episode about it at some point, about how I've slowly been reading the Percy Jackson books for the first time, because I'd never read them before. In fact, I haven't read one for a hot minute. I think I'm due to start one. Maybe I'll start the next one soon. I don't know. But yeah, there's like a bajillion different series in that world as well, and I have no idea what the reading order is, and I'm scared. But Heroes of Olympus is like the one after Percy Jackson, right? I mean, technically there's new Percy Jacksons now that I think are like set after Heroes of Olympus or something. I don't know. House of Hades. I've heard of this. This apparently is the best one. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, there's like all of these. Oh my god. I love what I've read so far of this world, but there's just so many. It's gonna take me years. Never read it? I have been reading it. I've read 2 of them and I liked it. I thought it was fun, you know? I watched the, I think I talked about this before, maybe on like the last episode. But I watched the Disney Plus show and it was all right. There were some changes that I didn't really vibe with. But overall, it was a good experience. You know, the changes weren't enough for me to be like, oh, I hate this. It's just enough to be like, don't know how I feel about this one, guys. The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. I don't think I know this one. It rings a vague bell. I wonder if this is the US cover. Let's find if I can find a UK cover. Oh, 1 star. Oh dear, let's not look at that. Books and editions. No, I just don't know it. It looks like the kind of thing that would be on this list. Yeah, historical fiction. Nah, I'm good. I respect it. I don't really want to dig myself into a deeper hole. So, Throne of Glass sure is a series. See, the highest rated one is the 7th one. I am not going to go through 6 books. I'm not doing it. I respect it, but I'm not doing it. Oh, mouse. I'm not going to open this one big because I don't want to risk TOS. But yeah, this is like the most famous graphic novel, pretty much. And I've never read it, but yeah, it looks cool. Nice, like, or not nice, horrible actually, but like a historical thing. Yeah. Ah, interesting. Know My Name by Chanel Miller. I have never heard of this. Oh, it's a memoir, true crime. Oh, it's about Brock Turner. Oh, I see. It's about the girl that. Oh, okay. I've heard about what it's about. Okay, I can see why that would have high accolades. Oh, Cassandra Clare. Oh, okay. We'll get to that. Heartstopper. I haven't read volume 4, to be fair. I'm gonna turn my fan on actually. Bear with, gang. There we go. I haven't read volume 4 specifically. I've read some of Heartstopper, and obviously I've watched the TV show. I like it. It's fine. I feel like the only thing stopping me from like loving it and being super active in the fandom or whatever is just like I'm too old. You know? Not that you're ever too old for a fandom, but like I am too old. I enjoy it, so I can't really determine whether or not this should be so high up. A, because I haven't read this specific volume, and B, I know that I'm not the demographic, you know? I feel like I don't know. It's all right. Yeah, it's kind of basic, but it's fun, you know? And I think the worst thing a piece of fiction can be is boring, you know? Yeah, I feel like, I mean, it doesn't have a lot of substance to it, but I don't know if it necessarily needs it. Do you know what I mean? It's hard to explain. Oh, this guy, Patrick Rothfuss? Rothfuss? I don't know how to say it. But this is someone whose books I've heard a lot about as well. Oh God, I can imagine. Yeah, as a teacher. Oh. Yeah, I've heard of this guy. I've heard of his books. Haven't read them. I haven't read them. Maybe I will someday. There's not really a lot I can say on that. Actually, what I will say is a lot of the books I've seen of his, not all of them, but a lot of them are quite short, which I appreciate. I love a short book. Yes. So I can't really say a lot. Oh, Infernal Devices. I have been meaning to read Infernal Devices for ages because my memory of it is I don't remember if I ever read books 2 or 3, or even if I finished book 1. I just remember reading book 1 and liking it and liking the vibes. I don't remember anything about what it's about. If I read it now, it genuinely would be like reading it for the first time. I've heard that in terms of like Cassandra Clare stuff, this is always held as like her best series, you know? Let's have a look at yeah, because I cannot lie. And this will be a confession for Olivia, who knew me during this time. I kind of pretended to like Mortal Instruments. I felt like I had to like it because everyone likes it, but I didn't really care for it, if I'm being honest. I don't know. Mortal Instruments, I just didn't really care. Again, I respect it, just wasn't for me, you know? They have good ratings though, to be fair. I think Infernal Devices is more my vibe. So, you know, I'm gonna give it a go. I want to revisit it because I remember liking the vibes. I've seen past the... I don't know. I don't really remember what I said at the time. I just never got into... I was like, Also, I mean, maybe, I don't remember. One thing I definitely pretended to like was Sherlock. I did not like Sherlock. I was like, no. Even before everyone hated it, I did not like it. I was like, it's kind of... I don't know. I kind of felt like I had to like it. I don't know. But yeah, I am going to go through this series at some point. I do have the first one. yeah, we'll see. Funnily enough, this is making me want to read again. So this might actually start my my reading again. I might be like, man, I want to read some of these. Yeah, I don't like BBC Sherlock. Really? Oh my god, I'm DMing you later. I need to know the tea. I won't get into it here because, you know, it is personal backstory, you know, it's my lore. Oh my god, that's crazy though. It's giving Rick and Morty fan. Do you remember the Rick and Morty meme? Where it's like, to be fair, you need to have a high IQ to understand Rick and Morty. It's like, you do not need to be smart to like Sherlock Holmes, like the books might be different. BBC Sherlock, you do not need to be smart to understand. It is very, very bare bones. Oh my god. I don't want to get into it. I'm a bit of a hater. I'm a bit of a BBC Sherlock hater. Oh god. I think, is it H-Bomb, a guy that did a video on it? I think that video is really good. I highly recommend that. Just Mercy by Brian Stevenson. Is this another one that looks like New York Times vibes? Yes, it's about American history. I mean, again, I respect it, but I just don't really care. Sorry. Sorry. Calvin and Hobbes. Aren't these like picture? Oh, yeah, like cartoons. So for it to be rated that highly, must be good. I know nothing about Calvin and Hobbes. When I worked at Aqua Rocks, as I keep calling it, so many people just randomly asked for Calvin and Hobbes if we had any, and I was like, what? Like, not as if I didn't know it, because I did know it, but it just felt so weird to be asking for that. I can't explain it. I don't know how to put it into words. Oh yeah, this book, The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse. A big famous book that many people have read. I don't have anything to say on it. I just don't. I'm gonna skip it. I don't care. Oh yeah, Red Rising. I feel like I wanted to check this one out, but then I heard kind of icky things about the author again. And I'm like, Also, I thought it was like a trilogy. There's 6 books. Oh, mate. I don't like long series. I don't like it. I don't know. Maybe. I've heard good things about Red Rising, though, so I'm like, And I think I own the first book, so, like, if I own it, I might as well give it a try. Wheel of Time. I already talked about Wheel of Time, and I said all of those, but 14, and they're all pretty chunky. It's not that serious. It's not that serious. I'm so sorry. It is literally not that serious. Isn't Manacled a fanfic? Hello? Oh, it's gone. I swear I heard people say that this was a fanfic that was like getting published or something. I don't understand. I don't know. This? I don't know what it's a fanfic of. Oh god, this... You know what? I'm not gonna look at this. Yeah, that rings a bell, Olivia. That rings a bell. I feel like that is true. You know what? Let's have a look. Yeah, this is like another romantic-y thing. I don't know what it was fanfic of, but there's a statistically high chance of it being Raylo. Oh my god, there are so many, but it's fine. I'm not gonna look. It's fine. I'm pretty sure it did though. I'm pretty sure. I think you're right. This looks like another like memoir or historical thing. Yeah, okay. Let's... This all... Oh god, this looks like smart. I'm scared. Oh, I'm not... I don't think the cover was TOS, but I'm not risking it. I mean, the series is literally called Mindfuck. I don't think we're getting into that. Robin Hobb is an author that I recognize vaguely. Like, I've seen the name written down. Old school fantasy, I guess. Or 2017. It's not that old school. It's old school in vibes. You know, Warrior Cat. Yeah, Warrior Cats. I don't know anything about Warrior Cats. Obviously, I've heard of it, And yeah, it does have a lot of books. You're actually right. Day in the Life of Marlon Bunder. Is this like another cartoon thing? Oh, okay. Fair enough. Okay. Yeah. Oh, so I feel like, does he read a lot of like kind of highbrow, epic high fantasy? Because that's the vibe I'm getting. Right, Cat says like 80 plus. Yeah, for my Alchemist is on here. Oh, there's manga on here. Oh, let's go. That is some shit we can get into, but we'll get into it later. Green Bones Saga. Isn't this like, what's the first one? Oh, I was gonna call it Emerald City, and then I was like, no, this is a Oz, mate. I've heard good things about this series. I don't know if it's something I would ever pick up, but I've heard it's alright. March Book 3. What on earth is this? Sure, I'm just gonna leave that alone. Manga, let's go. So FMA, I know nothing about FMA. In fact, I'm not gonna read the synopsis because I don't want to spoil myself. But for volume 20 specifically, to be the 28th highest rated book on Goodreads, that's got to be a pretty special volume, you know? Because, like, I cannot lie. When it comes to rating manga volumes, when I put them in, like, Goodreads or Storygraph, I get really lazy and I kind of give all of the volumes in a series the same rating. Unless it's, like, particularly good or particularly shit. Yeah, I think I would like FMA. Because, you know, I'm a shonen girly. I've just never watched it for some reason. Someday will finally be the day that I watch FMA. I just know that when I do, it'll be huge for me. So maybe I'm having it in my back pocket for the right time, you know. Wings of Fire. I feel like this is a like kids graphic novel. Yeah, a lot of young girls asking for these. They're like dragon graphic novels. Can't really say much about it, to be honest, but it looks cool. I like it. That's probably the kind of thing I would have read if it was around when I was a kid, so. Will of the... Oh, I've heard of this. This came out this year? Last year. This is meant to be really good. And actually, I want to read this one. I got it on the 99p Kindle deal. And I've heard good things. This is like proper high fantasy sci-fi, I think. I've heard very good things about it. Kimetsu no... Oh, well, I know... See, here's the thing about it, right? For people that know these manga series, I know exactly what happens in Volume 8. And I'm like, yeah, fair enough. I love Kimetsu no Yaiba / Demon Slayer / whatever. Love it. Yeah, this is a fair volume. I understand this because I've actually read this one. It's good. It's a good series. Yeah, it is. Volume 8. Oh, say less. Oops. Oh, when I was putting my drink back, I hit my keychains that are like dangling off my mic. Anyway. Yeah, good series, that. You guys should read it or watch it. Oh, One Piece. See, you have to read 37 volumes to get to the best one. I'm not messing with One Piece. It looks fun, right? But A, it's super long, and B, I hate the way the women are designed. I hate it. So I'm not going to get into One Piece. Another graphic novel that I know nothing about. Keeper of Lost Cities. That rings a bell, I think. Never seen. What's the first one? Oh yeah, this is like middle grade. Okay. I think I've seen this before. Lots of books in this series, wow. Yeah, that one looks alright. Sandman. I've never read Sandman. I started watching the Netflix series and then I forgot. I never finished it because I forgot. It's pretty cool. I like the vibes. Yeah, it was alright. It was alright. Neil Gaiman is another one I've never really read from before, so. Jim Butcher. I see this guy's books a lot. And they all just have like random dudes on the front. Yeah, this... Saga. I have wanted to read Saga, actually. I've been thinking about it. I might get it on Kindle. or like my iPad or something. I might read it digitally because Saga's meant to be really good. Yeah, I am surprised by like, I thought if we were gonna get manga on here, there'd be like one, you know, I'm surprised. Yeah, Saga's meant to be really good. I feel like I should try it at some point. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about it though. Oh yeah, so I read or like listen to autobiographies sometimes, right? I've heard really good things about the Viola Davis one. I feel like she's not one I would look at and go, oh yeah, I'm going to read an autobiography from her. But I have heard that this autobiography is so good and I feel like I need to at some point. Yeah. But again, not much to say. Chainsaw Man. Again, this is another one where if you've read Chainsaw Man, you know exactly which volume this is. And again, fair enough. Fair enough. I will use this tangent to talk about I used to love Chainsaw Man so much, and I dropped it. I dropped it during part 2 because part 2 just wasn't doing it for me. I don't know. I just didn't like it. There was a point where I realized I was like 7 or 8 chapters behind on Chainsaw Man, and then I had the really sad realization that I just didn't care. Like, it wasn't like, oh my god, I'm behind on Chainsaw Man, gotta catch up. I just don't really care. Part 1, I love part 1. I think part 1 is great. I don't really care for part 2 because nothing has really happened. Also, it's hard to talk about the anime because I felt like the anime was kind of a flop, but also they haven't got to the good stuff yet. So I feel like that might change when they get to the good stuff. It's hard to tell. It's really hard to tell. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it these days. Oh, what is this? Oh, another romance thing. Okay. Yeah, Lockwood and Co. There was a show of that. Yeah. Again, this is one I know nothing about. Skullduggery Pleasant. They're kind of similar age group, I guess, because they're both middle grade, right? And they're, I guess, similar audiences. So I'll group them together in the sense that I've never read them. I know people like them. I've just never read them. Ugh. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I'm particularly bothered about giving them a try, just because there's so many books out there. Do you know what I mean? There's so many. Promise, there's more manga. What's going on? Promise Neverland Volume 4. I did not get far enough in Promise Neverland to know what this covers. I watched the anime. I watched the first season. Maybe this is in that. Probably not, because the first season was kind of short. I kind of want to read it because I liked the anime, but then I heard season 2 sucked, so I stopped. But I kind of want to read it. Maybe I will someday. I don't know. Can't decide. This is a sci-fi thing that I know nothing about. This is a fiction thing I know nothing about. I'm going to start skipping a load of these, by the way, because we're not even halfway through yet. I'm sure we'll get to 2 hours, though. That'd be fine. JJK, Volume 9. I need to read Jujutsu Kaisen still. I'm behind on the anime as well. I need to catch up. So I assume... I mean, Volume 9 is probably like right in like the Shibuya arc, right? And I haven't really gotten into that arc yet. I don't know a lot about the Shibuya incident arc, but I know that shit goes down. So this is presumably the volume where shit goes down. That seems to be the theme with a lot of these manga volumes. I don't know anything about these. That's not even in English. What the heck? I'm gonna just start skipping a few. Oh, Hero Academia, Volume 5. Would that be like in the tournament with like the Todoroki fight, maybe? Can I get this description in English? Yeah, the sports festival. Yeah, when it's like Deku and Shoto. Yeah. I feel like I dropped Hero Academia. I liked it, but it just, I don't know. Again, I feel like I'm too old. It's all right. I really like Todoroki though. I thought he was a really interesting character. Plus, he's voiced by my favorite Seiyu, so so obviously he was gonna be my favorite. And I also like characters with like 2 hair colors. But I thought he was a really cool character. My favorite characters, honestly, were the villains. I found the villains as a whole far more interesting. Like, I found the most fascinating part of Hero Academia for me was like how many of the villains were former heroes. I was like, man, that's such an interesting thing about like the society and that world and everything. You know, much to think about and all that. Yeah. It's fun. These are a bunch of things. These look like a bunch of romances. Oh, Boys of Tommen. That's the series that Pixie likes. I don't read romance really, so you know. But you know, I respect it. Just not for me. Anything else here that I want to talk about? Let's see. Oh, it's Warrior Cats. So when it's just called Warriors, is that Warrior Cats? Did the name change, or has Warrior Cats never been the official name? I don't actually know. Or is this something different? Am I dumb? I feel the need to know. Yeah. No, this is Warrior Cats, right? I don't know. Okay, hang on. Listen. Yeah, there's like, I want to see how many there is, because I know it was said that there was 80 plus, but I want to see it. Actually, I don't. There's like 10 pages. I can't be bothered. Warrior Cats has never been the official name. Got it. Okay. I thought that was probably the most likely thing. I see. I guess like just Warriors is kind of hard to Google, huh? Yeah. Makes it more Googleable. I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Naruto Volume 11. Oh shit. What happened in that? It's been so long since I've... Oh, yeah. The tune-in selection exams. Yep. That's what I thought it might be. Yeah. With like Jiraiya and stuff. Yeah. Oh. I kind of want to reread or like rewatch Naruto. I don't know. It kind of goes hard. I mean, I've always been a Bleach girly in terms of the big 3. But I like Naruto too. Okay, Naruto's cool. I like it. Oh my god, there's so much manga. Attack on Titan Volume 20, is this... oh, this is with like is it the Beast Titan? The one's like a big ape? I don't know. I didn't watch past season 1, to be honest. I didn't watch past season 1 just because season 2 just took so long to come out that by the time it came out, I just didn't really care anymore. I don't know. I don't care for Attack on Titan, really. The soundtrack is sick, though. Haikyuu! I haven't read the manga, so I don't know where this correlates. I've only watched the anime, and I haven't even watched all of the anime. But Nekoma is my fave team. Kenma is my Oshi. Again, voiced by my favorite Seiyu, so I had to do it. You know, I had to do it to him. I do need to watch more Haikyuu because the bits that I watched I really enjoyed. Fruits Basket. I never got into Fruits Basket, to be honest. Oh, the Adventure Zone graphic novel's on here. I've never read that. That's cool. People like that. Robert Galbraith. You know. I don't know if you guys are hearing the spit sounds. I'm trying to do them loud for like comedic effect. I don't know if it works. Anyway. Yeah, I've never listened to Adventure Zone. But I know a lot of people like it, and yeah, there's like graphic novels and whatever. I quite like the art style of the graphic novels because I've seen bits and pieces, but yeah. We are good. Oh, I want to read Given. Given's meant to be really good. The artwork is gorgeous. I just haven't read like a lot of BL, and I feel like that's a world I'd like to explore further. I'm going through this quicker now, and I'm scared because I'm gonna run out of things to talk about. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Oh, more warrior cats. Tokyo Ghoul. Tokyo Ghoul, I couldn't get into it. I never read it, but I watched the first season of the anime and I thought it was a bit shit. I'm sorry. I love the art style of the manga though. I feel like, I don't remember specifics, but I know it's towards the end of the first season of the Tokyo Ghoul anime. There was like some random episode about like one of the detective guys or whatever. And that was the point where I was like, oh my God, I can't be dealing with it. I can't be dealing with it. It's just not, it's not the vibe. I don't know. Opening's a banger though. Love a bit of Unravel. Hell yeah. This is fan fiction. Hello? Also, it's Harry Potter. I have to do the bit every time. I feel like, isn't Draco and Hermione like the OG Raylo? I didn't even know they had fanfics on here. Oh my God. I think the less I say, the better. Because I'm not dissing fanfic. I love a bit of fanfic. But of all the things you could read, Draco and Hermione. At least just, look, My Immortal is good for the meme. At least that's the meme, you know? At least it's the meme. At least there's that aspect to it, you know? Yeah. Black Butler. Oh no, here's my problem with Black Butler. I can't read Roman numerals. Oh, 7. Thank God, it tells me. I can't read Roman numerals. I love how whenever you go on a page for a manga on Goodreads, it's just like a roulette of which language it's going to be in. I can't read Roman numerals. Why would I need to read Roman numerals? Does this look like the Roman times to you? Hello? Does this look like the Roman times? Does this look like the Roman era? Do I look like Julius Caesar? I do not. It's, listen. I don't get it. Why couldn't you just have a thing for 7? Why have you got to put 5 and 2? No, I am going to complain because it's stupid. And then there's like the whole thing of, oh, if you put this letter after this letter, it means you subtract it. Why? Why? Is my window open? I feel like I'm not going to look. You know what? You know what clocks have Roman numerals? Shit clocks. Not all clocks have them. I have clocks and watches and similar appliances that do not use Roman numerals. I would rather have a watch, one of those fancy modern watches with no numbers on, than one with Roman numerals. Genuinely. That's how much of a hater I am. I'm a hater. Okay. Yeah, listen, I'm not saying I'm old. I'm not saying I'm from the Roman times, Beans. Jesus. It's alright, listen, I know it's a bit intense. I promise it's all in good fun. It's all jokes, okay? It's all banter. You know, I come across a bit strongly sometimes. Blame the autism. Blame the autistic tone, okay? This is just the way it is. It's just I have to navigate that every day. Okay? Let me hate Roman numerals in peace. That's so funny. I've probably done that as well when playing Dead by Daylight. Just be like, I'm a gamer. I hate Roman numerals. Why do we still use Roman numerals in this day and age? There's no point. Anyway, I think it's best we leave that alone. Please be one more thing I can talk about. No, that's it. Okay. Books. 60 most popular fantasy novels of the past. Are we just gonna go through lists for another hour? I mean, we could. I'm gonna check if my window's open. Hang on, because it's getting hot in here. It is open. Oh no. Oh no. I thought, because I normally shut it when I'm like gaming, because obviously I yell quite a lot. I wasn't expecting to yell here. Okay, I was expecting to have a nice chill book talk. I don't get why does it start going backwards? I don't listen. I'm not even looking. Hi, Courage. I appreciate that. No. Look, there is no reason for Roman numerals to exist and be used in this day and age. Give me a reason why. That's what I thought. Give me one reason to use them over regular numbers. I bet you can't. And if you say that they look cool, I'm banning you. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm not going to ban you. See, they don't look cool. Hi, Matthew. Hello. They don't look cool. I'm going to ban all of you. No, I'm not. I need the viewers, okay? I need the clout. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I swear. Please. Oh my God. I've become a corpo VTuber finally, and now I'm going to just completely alienate my audience. Okay. Jesus, what is wrong with me? I might get you on here someday, Olivia. I think that could be fun. Potentially. I am going to do guest episodes eventually. I just need to plan them after like a V-Expo. Hey, I can read some of them. I can read 1, 2, and 3. I can probably read more. Here's the thing, right? Like I know V's 5 and like X is 10 or whatever. It's when you get into like the higher numbers where it's like a bunch of different letters. And also the ones where it's like, oh, this means you subtract it. How am I meant to know that? What's the point of Roman numerals? What's the point? There is none. Anyway, let's look at fantasy books. Enough for the Rocky movies? I never watched the Rocky movies. Yeah, M? Like, what even is M? I don't understand. Oh, am I lagging? My bad. Ooh. Yeah, it's saying we're having some drop frames. Give me a sec. Oh God. Something downloading on my PC? I hope not. I was downloading The Sims 4 and I paused it just for this. Okay, I think we might be okay now. Maybe refresh if you're having problems still. I think we might be all right. I'm pretty sure it might have just been a little blip. What are you saying wow about? I'm concerned now. Delay test. Oh, yeah. Delay test. Oh, good shout. Under 10 seconds. Okay, that's not the worst. You'll take it. I've never watched Rocky, no. Don't know why. Just hasn't really been something I thought, oh, I must watch this. Because also there's like a bunch of them, right? And there's like Creed or whatever it's called, like the newer one. Oh, well, I really didn't plan this episode. This is genuinely gonna go down in Moog's Book Talk history as just being like the shittest episode. It's fine. We're gonna talk about some of these random fantasy books. 60 most popular in the past 3 years, so it's not really based on ratings, I guess. As measured by members' ratings and reviews, as well as their read and want to read shelves. Each book has an average of 3.5 or higher. Oh, they've excluded YA. And they've excluded romantasy. Nature is healing. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Listen, I don't mind romantasy, but it should be in a separate category, all right? Like with Waterstones, right? Aqua Rocks, sorry. With Aqua Rocks, oh God. With that website, right? They have a separate romantasy section. And I'm like, great, this is excellent. But then you go to the regular fantasy section and it's still filled with romantasy. What's the point? You know? Anyway. It's like there should be a separate section for it, and then you take it out of the general fantasy section. Sounds like Baldur's Gate smart. I mean, Baldur's Gate, their characters have more depth typically. I'm sorry. I don't want to sound like I'm like you know, shitting on romantasy all the time, because I know eventually the wrong crowd is going to find it and they're going to say it's like internal misogyny or something. And I'm like, no, it's not. I just think it could be much better written than it is, okay? Anyway, I'm going to turn my light on real quick. I'll be right back. All right. Here we go. Oh, yeah. See, I'm surprised they don't, to be honest. Yeah. Interesting. I guess sometimes it is kind of hard to like differentiate some books that are kind of in the crossover between general fantasy and romantasy, I guess. I don't know. But then if you had the two sections next to each other, it wouldn't really be a problem as much. I don't know. Oh, right. So for series of multiple, they picked whichever one was the most popular. Okay, so this I feel like it's going to be a pretty solid thing to talk about. Oh, there's quite a lot. Okay. There'll probably be a lot here that I know of. Hey, beans. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, I'm not an Astarion girly. I think he's a well-written character. You know, I don't want to, you know, I'm not attracted to him, obviously. I think he's a well-written character. I think his story's interesting. I understand the popularity. And there's nothing wrong with it. If it gets people into Baldur's Gate or into D&D, then it's a good thing, you know? But the women are better, okay? The women are better. I said it. The women are better. In fact, I feel like some of the male characters are better as well, apart from Gale. I'm like, listen, people can enjoy what they enjoy, but if they're out of all the romance options in Baldur's Gate, if they pick Gale, you know, like, listen, people that like Gale, you know, fair enough, but to pick him over all of the others, that's the part I don't understand. Like, liking Gale in like a vacuum where it's like just him, it's not for me, but fair enough. But of all the characters you could have chosen, actually, yeah, I haven't played D&D in a hot minute, just because of life. But yeah, I'm an enjoyer of it from time to time. I haven't played Baldur's Gate in ages. Every now and then I think about getting back into it, but I'm like, I'm just so busy right now. I cannot. I will play it for hundreds of hours again. Yeah, I feel like you can tell a lot about a person by their favorite Baldur's Gate character. I don't know. This might be controversial, but I don't really care about Halsin. I know Halsin's like pretty popular, but like, I just find him kind of boring. And also he always tries to like come onto you regardless of like if you've romanced someone or not. And I'm like, do you have to do this every time? Like, I don't know. Please only do that if I'm trying to do that with you. It's weird. And also, can I just say, we were talking about fanfics earlier. The amount, a massive fanfic ick I have with Baldur's Gate is when you are reading it for a specific pairing and then suddenly they bring Halsin in as well. And it's like, you should have tagged it with this. Why are you giving me untagged Halsin content? I just don't care. Anyway, I've burned a lot of bridges today, I fear. And we'll burn more. I don't want to read any Stephen King books. That's one. When I do like the trying different authors thing, I'm not reading Stephen King. I don't care. I just don't care. Not for me. I really like Daughter of the Moon Goddess, right? Let's look at this real quick. There are so many books where like it's very obvious whether or not the UK covers better or the US. This is the US one. Can I make it bigger? I can't. Gorgeous. The UK one, also gorgeous. You can't really, am I covering it? No. Very pretty. Maybe the US cover just takes it for me. I don't know. They're both really nice though. Whereas with a lot of books, one is very clearly better than the other. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know. I matched the pink cover. True. Look at this one. I haven't read this book. Well, I've read the first one in this series. Look how gorgeous this is. Hello, look at that. I bought the first book in this series just because of the cover. And then I read it and I actually did like it, to be fair. I've heard this one's not as good, so I'm scared. But I'll give it a go. I want to read Babel, but it's big, wordy, academic. Like, you look at this book, it literally has footnotes in it. That is not an exaggeration. It is a fiction fantasy book, and it has footnotes. That's why I'm scared. Yeah, I don't know anything about the like adult Leigh Bardugo books. Yeah, Emily Wilde I kind of want to check out, but I'm not sure. Legends and Lattes, I recently got really nice editions of the 2 books in this series, and I do really want to read them. Looks fun. I like the cover. It's cute. Yeah, I don't know how I feel. I mean, I haven't read a book with footnotes yet, so, you know, don't knock it till you try it or whatever, but I just don't know how to feel about that in a fiction book. I don't know how to feel, you know. Yeah, this is cute. This is cute. Book of Night, Holly Black. I hear this one kind of flopped. Because a lot of people love Holly Black's books, but I heard this one kind of flopped. I really want to read She Who Became the Sun. This one looks interesting. Or Brandon Sanderson. Samantha Shannon, my beloved. I love Samantha Shannon. If she has 0 fans, I'm dead. If she writes it, I'll read it. They are very chunky books, but it's worth it. I love it. I haven't actually read Bone Season yet, and I really should. More Leigh Bardugo. Will of the Many, we talked about that earlier, didn't we? Yeah. Last Graduate. Is this the one that's written by one of the creators of AO3? I feel like it is. And if so, legend. I want to check out Cruel Prince, mainly because I own it, so like I might as well. Because I think that's like the most popular one. Oh, I want to read more V. Schwab. She's coming to MCM London in October, so I feel like I should definitely read more. Because I've read bits and pieces of hers. I feel like I want to learn. Oh yeah, there's Swordcatcher. Obviously I haven't read it, but yes, Cassandra Clare's like adult fantasy. Looks pretty cool. Yeah, I saw the second one. It's coming out next year at some point. Yeah, it's blue, isn't it? It's blue. Oh, I've read Godkiller. I read that one. I thought Godkiller was pretty good. I got a lot of Witcher vibes from it. I feel like if you like I think I talked about this on the first episode. If you like The Witcher, I think you'll like Godkiller. It's not very long, which is nice. I started reading the second book and I couldn't really get into it. Not because it wasn't good. I think maybe it just wasn't the right time. So I want to revisit that at some point. Yeah, Godkiller's good. Cover is gorgeous. Yeah, I liked Godkiller. I can't remember what I rated it, and I don't have my account logged in on this. But yeah. Yes, I think if you read it, you'll know what I mean about the Witcher vibes. I think both in terms of like, it's a kind of grisly adult looking after a kid, but also like in terms of the world building and the way the world is and just like the vibes. I don't know. I quite enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good. Oh, Immortal Longings is one that I own because I bought like the Waterstones exclusive just because it was pretty. And then I heard people say it wasn't very good. And I'm like, I'm scared, but I'm still going to read it. I'm going to check it out at some point just because the version of it I own is very pretty. What else we got? I recognize a lot of these, which is a good change. Oh, is that the end? Oh no, sci-fi. Oh, I don't know anything about sci-fi. Flower Bride, yeah, where's that? Where did that go? What? Oh, whatever. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, I've heard things about it. I don't know a lot about it. But I've heard interesting things. Oh God. Right, let me check one thing real quick. Bear with. I'm so sorry. Okay, cool. There we go. Right, should we go through the sci-fi one? Why not? I will know a lot less about this because I'm definitely more of a fantasy person than a sci-fi person, but I do want to delve into some sci-fi, so maybe we'll get some ideas. We'll get some ideas. If there's any here that you guys like, feel free to point them out. These are ones from like the past 3 years, so you won't see like June on here or anything. That's another one I might do like an episode on. It's like trying June. We'll see. Yeah, a lot of these I've seen, like I know the names, but I just know nothing about. Oh, there's Lightbringer again. Look at that cat. Do you see that? That is a very fancy looking lad. Or lass. You never know. Oh no, the Ninth. Yes, I started reading Getting the Ninth and I really like it. I need to read more. Yeah, lassie lad, that's me. Or am I a lassie lad or am I a laddie lass? That's the question. What am I on about? I don't know. I don't know if a lot of these are really popping out at me. Blood Trials, I feel like I've seen that before. That looks fairly interesting. Lassie Geezer. Yeah. Wait, how doesn't this one and like this one, oh, they're kind of different. I was like, don't they have the exact same font? No, they're kind of different. Oh, there's not really a lot here that I want to talk about. Nope. Then we have fantasy again. Oh, lists. Maybe we can look on lists. Oh, these are just lists that people have made. Oh, that's not really as interesting. Best books. Oh, best books of the 21st century. Okay, let's do it. Okay, we'll finish off on this one. This is like what I wanted out of the New York Times one, except we can actually talk about these. Oh God, there's so much Harry Potter. I'm sorry, but if you make a list like this, one book a series, okay? Hunger Games, yes. Pipe Runner, I've heard of. Book Thief, I've heard of. More Harry Potter. The Help, I've heard of that. It was a pretty well-regarded film a few years back, I believe. Yeah, I know these. Catch and Fire, hell yeah. Fault in Our Stars. Ooh. See, I've heard of pretty much all of these. This is what the New York Times one should have been. I've heard of like all of these so far. I haven't read all of them. I know of them at least. Lightning Thief, hell yeah. Why? I'm sorry, but like, why is Divergent there? Why does Divergent think they're part of the team? Who let Divergent in? Who made this list? Veronica Roth, did she make it? Please. Twilight. City of Bones. I think Infernals of Isis should be there personally. Why are there so many series duplicates? Nah, I don't like the person that made this. The Host, oh my God, I remember when that came out as like a film. Oh, I dread to think how long ago that was. Yeah, oh my God, I feel like The Fault in Our Stars had everyone of like our generation and like Tumblr users in a chokehold. Like, it was iconic for its time. And it is only iconic for its time. You know? It's one of those books that I think probably brought a lot of people to reading, though, which I respect. Yeah, you know what? The host is all right. It's okay, yeah. I'm not saying it's amazing because, like, it's not. But yeah, the film with the it's pretty good. It's all right. It's solid. I would say, yeah, that it's all right. It's got some interesting stuff going on. Yeah, it's got a young Saoirse Ronan in it, I believe. Yes, yes. Yeah, it's kind of it's a bit iffy. Like, I get what it was trying to go for, but it's like, you know, Gone Girl, iconic. You see this book in every charity shop, along with Girl on the Train. But I like Gone Girl. I thought it was pretty good. The film's pretty good as well, actually. Yeah, I don't read like a lot of thrillers and stuff, but I did read that one, and yeah, it was alright. It was alright. Let's see. There's a bunch of like literary ones. Marley and Me. Oh my god. Oh, there's like nothing of my genres here. This is all literary fiction, I think. Boy in the Striped Pajamas. Oh my god, flashbacks. More John Green. John Green had Tumblr in a chokehold for a very long time. I wonder what John Green's doing these days. I don't know. Oh, sorry, I'm yawning. Oh. Ready Player One. Oh my god. I used to love Ready Player One. I was like, how old had I been when I read it? Maybe like 14, 15? And I was like, oh my god, it's a book with all these gaming and pop culture references. And I know these things because I'm such a gamer and a little nerd. Oh my god, it's so cool. And I mean, it's all right. The film is not at all what I imagined it to be like. I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing, but it is a thing. See, I only ever read Fault in Our Stars, actually. I never read the other ones, funnily enough. So I can't really say. These are all like non-fiction, I think. Insurgent. Who let Insurgent in? Still writing, but no way, hang on. Still writing books? Are they still like YA? Hang on. These are all old. I'm not gonna look now. I can look later. It's fine. Oh god, I've run out of things to talk about. Oh, do we just do a short one? I don't know how to feel. I don't know. See, when I talked about sequel syndrome, this is what I meant. This is the sequel syndrome. Because, you know, this second episode of Book Talk has been nowhere near as good as the first one. But we had some good times. We've had some chats. We've had some vibes. It's been solid. I've had a good time. And at the end of the day, that is all that matters, you know? So maybe we wrap up this little segment by talking about what I want to read in the future, what I want to talk about on here in the future, get some ideas off, you know? If any of you have ideas of things I could talk about in terms of, because I like to, for the solo episodes, have like a specific topic, you know? It's kind of been hard to do because obviously these are only the first couple of episodes and I'm still kind of workshopping it. But I just want to know what people think and I want to brainstorm, you know? Yeah. See, I want to do the thing where it's like, oh, I try books from this author for the first time, but that's a project that takes a long time because I actually have to read the books. So, I don't know. I don't think that's going to happen. Or if it does, not anytime soon. I don't know. I think we need to pick some book related topics. Ones that won't be like, that will be always relevant, you know? Detergent, insurance, and allergen. Oh, I don't know. I don't think I ever actually, or maybe I did read the first book of Divergent. I definitely never got into it past the first one. I don't know. I don't know. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Ugh. You know what? I really want to reread The Hunger Games, and I feel like I could do a whole episode just talking about The Hunger Games. Honestly, I feel like I could. Maybe I can do that towards like when the new book's about to come out. Maybe. And then I can do like a follow-up afterwards once I've read the new one. How exciting is that, by the way? I don't think we've properly delved into how crazy that is. That not only is there going to be a new Hunger Games book next year, it's about the second quarter quell. Oh my god. Oh my god. Crazy. I cannot wait, and I'm really intrigued to like know more, you know, because you haven't actually seen the cover yet, like the proper cover, or like we haven't been given like a proper synopsis or anything. Also, mental that they announced the film on the same day. I'm still not over that. Like, I am gagged. I am gagged. They gagged me. It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. I cannot get over that. I'm very excited. I feel like there's a few good books coming out. I can't remember any others off the top of my head because me forgot. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. I'm thinking right now, I'm like, is the next book talk going to be a guest episode? Because I have a specific thing in mind of who my first guest is going to be. But I said I wasn't going to plan the guest episodes until after VExpo. And I'm like, do I do it? Maybe. It's scary. It's scary, you know? Because I guess the guest episodes are going to be completely different. And it's like, how am I going to navigate that? But I'm sure we'll find a way. Again, it's just about like workshopping it, you know? Yeah. Am I lagging again? Oh my god, I am, I think. Okay, you know what? I'm scared because of the lag. So, I know it's a bit early, but I think we are gonna look for someone to raid. And actually, I know who we're gonna raid, I think. Yeah. This is a new pal that we have not raided before. I'm just gonna go to my end little screen real quick. There we go. Oh no, it's still there. Help. Where is it? Oh my god. How do I get rid of it? There we go. And then let me just find that. There we go. We're back in usual stream mode. We are no longer in book talk mode. So I'm realizing things I need to work on for these episodes in the future. And I mean, I did always say that the first couple of episodes are probably going to be a bit messy and a bit all over the place just because I'm figuring it out. So I think I am figuring it out. I think from now on, hopefully it'll be a bit better. But I'm enjoying it nonetheless. It's a fun thing to explore. And I love having an excuse to chat about books with you all. Oh, I've got hiccups. Okay, that is a sign. So I know it's been a bit of a short stream. However, depending on how hot it gets in my room, we may do Resident Evil 4 for a bit longer tomorrow. So, to, you know, go into the streams I'm doing for the rest of the week, last stream of the week is tomorrow, Resident Evil 4, good times. And then the next 2 weeks, before my break, I'm going to do 4 streams a week because there's going to be some collabs going on. So stay tuned for more details on that. We are going to raid my friend Bunny, who is a new friend of mine. In fact, I typed it in wrong. She's got 2 of the underscores. That's what they're called, right? There we go. We're going to go hang out with her. I believe she is looking at Sims 4 custom content. which is great because I have been itching to play Sims 4 again, but I've told myself not to do it until after V-Expo. So now I can live vicariously through her looking at custom content, and also just like maybe get some ideas of ones to get for myself when I start playing again. So those are the raid messages for the Twitch gang. Obviously this is a Twitch raid, so sorry YouTube gang, I don't know how redirects work, and I don't actually think I can do redirects yet. So first raid message if you have the sub emotes, second one if you don't. We're gonna go hang out there. She's very nice, so go in there and say hello, use the raid messages. We're gonna go hang out there for a bit, and yeah, it's been a fun time. So again, I know it's a bit all over the place, I'm workshopping, let me cook. But I'm really grateful for everyone here, you know, especially when people come out for like the just chatting streams, because it is literally just me yapping. So I'm really grateful for when people actually show up for that. So I'm gonna wrap this up by saying, again, thank you very much for being here. Please take care of yourselves, and I'll see you whenever I next see you. Bye bye.